Hello, hello. I hope you are well. Welcome to the daily 1 hour black and orange political tarot readings. Yay! I am Autumn. That's the name I go by around here, and I am here. In the first 10 or 15 minutes, I'll usually take your questions, just put them in the chat in all caps so I know you're talking to me. And because people here are really friendly, which is wonderful. Thank you for that, seriously. But if it's in all caps, then I'll know I know you're talking to me. Otherwise, people just supporting each other and being, talking back and forth, which is great. Also, we have the best moderators anywhere. They've kept us safe for months. They absolutely make this possible. Thank you so, so much. There aren't even words to thank you enough, so thank you. If you are new, just so you know, in addition to ask your questions at the beginning, I put those down in the pinned first comment, and after the live stream is over, sometimes it takes me a little while, but I go back in and I clean those up. So you can just, if you're watching the replay, you can just go down either into the description box or the pinned first comment, and you can see the different questions covered. You can just tap on the numbers and it'll take you right to those readings. So you can just come in, get what you're interested in, and so you have that option there. And lastly, all income that comes into the channel from any source, 10% of it goes to feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. It's a very worthwhile cause. I make those donations quarterly, and I was doing this before this crisis, and I will continue doing it after. So 10% of any of my projects, 10% of the income goes to a gross income. So it's not after expenses or anything. It's 10% gross income goes to established charities. So anyway, I hope your Memorial Day is being good to you. And oh, hello. I'm afraid I will mispronounce. I will just completely take your name apart. Married? I'm so sorry. From Belfast, is make a comment from Belfast, and here I am. But thank you so much for being here. Oh, so sorry. But yeah, I hope your Memorial Day is treating you as well as can be expected. So I don't know if you guys saw, there is an article in the Atlantic. Wow, about why Trump's people, why they put up with him acting like such a child, acting like, that with all of their focus on manly men, super masculine, hyper masculinity, why they put up with such a whiner. Oh, excuse me, my mouse is over on the other side of the room. Sorry about that. Just put your questions in all caps, and I'll scroll back up to the top, and I'll start in just a second here. Oh, exactly. Women are too emotional to be leaders, of course. And accusations against a woman candidate were so much more powerful than facts about a male candidate. So anyway, okay, let me, I'm starting to see, I've been seeing some good questions, so let me just go down here. There, so I can make space for lots of questions, and I'll try to write these down and get through as many as possible. Okay, I'm going to scroll all the way to the top here. Hieroglyphic. Yeah, I know. I saw your comments when I came on earlier. I pulled this up earlier. Hieroglyphic. You're worried about the election, the Orange Fuhrer being in cahoots with all and sundry. You know, how bad is the cheating and nastiness going to get? Specifically, the cheating I think you're asking about is, you know, the general nastiness. I'm so sorry to say, it is going to be bad. I've been saying this all along, and all the regulars are probably sick of hearing me say it. But Uncover ordered another tarot deck. Cool. It's going to get it is going to be so ugly. They're going to make stuff up. They're going to. I mean, it's just, I just accept it. At this point, I'm just like, oh, I just try to be very zen about what the other side is going to say about Biden and everyone around Biden. You know, I mean, remember Pizzagate, which is completely made up, complete garbage, but they pushed it. So. Okay, scrolling down. Oh, did I miss anything? The computer's being a little slow. Okay, Jules Deramore. Trump was pictured on NBC News wearing a mask at the Ford plant 3 days ago. He looked like a petulant child. Yeah, did you notice the presidential seal on his mask? That was, oh gosh. Why are people still coming up positive after weeks? I don't know, Allison. I don't know that I would have a, I don't know that I would be able to come up with anything on that, I'm afraid. This is a particularly nasty illness. So, sorry, cat hair. Got a bit of cat hair on my face. There we go. Gee, I wonder where that came from. And also, again, and it's not just me, CYA. All I'm doing is reading on the collective energy. So this is not medical advice, or I'm not an advisor. This is not medical advice. This is not personal advice. This is not anything like that. So, but I don't know that even the cards would tell me why some people are still coming up positive. This illness is just particularly devious and nasty. So, sorry, I can't be more help than that. Okay, Winnie's saying, thank you for helping keep us sane. Oh, you keep me sane. Thank you. Is the U.S. government involved in the recent mercenary attempt coup in Venezuela? Oh, honestly, I didn't know there was one. Let me see. I guess we can look. There is literally nothing. Nothing I would not put past Trump. Nothing. I cannot think of a single thing that someone could say about him that he'd say, oh, he did this, where I would go, no, come on. Seriously, after everything we've been through? I think the only thing I would say no, that wouldn't happen, is if it suddenly came out that he'd become vegetarian. I don't buy it. Okay, Maria's saying, will we finally discover that Trump is an illegitimate president? Well, let's have a look. Add that to the list. Holly's saying there are a bunch of questions in my head. I don't know which one to pick. All right, scrolling. Okay, Jazzy Girl. Has Trump given up? Does he know he won't win the election? He's frustrated. I don't think he's given up. I think he's terrified. I'll add that to the list. I think he's absolutely terrified of what's going to happen when he leaves office. There might actually be some consequences for his actions, and he wouldn't even know how to deal with that. Okay, scrolling here. Ian, will 45 leave the presidency by July 4th? No. I'm not gonna, I don't know that I'm gonna read on that, Ian, only because it's too short of a time frame for all the energy I've been feeling. It feels like the Supreme Court rules and information goes out and they start investigating, and I mean, I guess I could, I guess I could look at it. I'm sorry, I just, I'll look at it. I'll look at it. Will there be a, oh gosh, why did Calibri, why are you asking about that? No. That seems kind of like very, very, very random darkness, and I'm not in a hurry to get into any more energy, but what I got from those 3 cards was no. Okay, I'm just going to move on. Okay. Holly's asking, will schools be forced to open? Depends on the state, probably. Oh, Lourdes has a good question. Let me put this down here. And Holly, that was a good question. But so, okay, Lourdes, what will be the nature of Michael Cohen's revelations? Oh, I caught part of Johnny and Becca and Jen Lynn's live stream last night. It was really good. I wasn't able to comment for very long, but I did listen to a lot of it. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Okay, Catherine's asking about Netanyahu. I was, you've been asking, you or someone has been asking about that. So I really should see if I can get to that today. Oh, jumped. Wait, come back. Come back, questions. Oh, here we go. Steve is saying, consider this. Congress takes over January 3rd. If, not expecting Trump makes it that far. They take on Congress takes over on the 3rd? January 3rd? No, now I feel like an idiot. Not an uncommon occurrence. Congress takes over January 3rd if Trump makes it that far. New Congress rams through impeachment and gets him out before January 20th. Dirty pool. I've been so focused on January, on the presidential inauguration. I've just been completely ignoring. Did my brain just edit that out? Must have. Congress rams through impeachment, gets no. It's Page of Pentacles, Judgment, Magician, Wands. They've got a lot to do, but he's not there. I don't feel his energy there. So sorry, Steve. I'm not getting that. Wondering, guys, there's an explanation I have read. There are bits of genetic material still in the body for a short while. The dead and can affect the test, but not sickened folks. So there we go. Wondering, guys, that could be it. Deborah's asking, Autumn, do you think that we will go back to revive many things from the 50s or early 60s, like drive-in theaters or milkmen? Well, that's a nice question. Thank you for coming up with. I mean, I'm happy to read on political stuff. That's what I'm here to do. But I'll tell you, it's nice when you guys come up with something that's not me wading into, that Trump cesspool. So it's like, yay, let's read on that. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful for your questions, and I'm grateful you're here. Ivanka has patents for voting machines. Will they be used this November? I don't know anything about that, but let me add it to the list at least. Bonnie's saying if Trump's presidency is voided for cheating, will he still get lifelong FBI protection? Why do you ask, Bonnie? Why? I'm trying to understand. And just because they're going, I don't, I'm gonna have to think on that one. And saying thanks, Autumn. Okay. Sorry. Will the Apothecary's asking, will the Electoral College put Trump in office even if Biden wins the popular vote? Oh, joy. Douglas is asking what happens when Trump loses and he refuses to leave the White House. Good luck. The Secret Service, their number one job, is to protect the president. Number one, absolute, no question, number one priority. That is what they are about, before and after and during. I mean, they are absolutely about protect the president. And as of January 20, I thought it was the 21st. Of course, maybe I'm just completely forgetting all of my civics I've ever learned in my life. I thought it was the 21st. Is this the 20th? It's probably the 20th, because you're saying it's the 20th, so I'll believe you. When whoever is sworn in on that day, as soon as they are sworn in, that person is the president. And if that's not Trump, which I don't think it's going to be, their job is to protect the new president. There's absolutely nothing that Trump can do that would change that. And if somebody's going to just hang out in the White House and be an interloper and what have you, they will frog march him out of there. So I realize nothing seems to stick to this jerk, but Deborah's asking, did Dumpy sell some properties in Alaska to the Russians? I wish I didn't have to look up this stuff. Okay, we're getting kind of late, so I'm going to I'm going to start reading. Okay, you guys have a lot of great questions, but I've got such a long list right now. Let me see if I can get through these. And I'm curious. It is, okay, so it is January 20th. Don't know why I was thinking the 21st. Okay, that's Inauguration Day. New Congress. It is scheduled to meet in Washington, D.C. from January 3rd, 2021. 117th United States Congress. Okay, yeah, my brain just went. So that was entirely, I was wrong. I've been wrong about this date. Been wrong about both dates. Oh well. Oh well, I guess it means I'm human. All right. Okay, we are at 20. All right, Hieroglyphics worried about the election voting machines, paper ballots, deception. So let me just, I'm going to sit up straight. I'm going to close my eyes for a second so I can reach out for this energy. Okay. All right, election day, voting machines, paper ballots, possible shenanigans. Definitely going to depend on the state. Are they going to mess with voting machines, vote totals, paper ballots? Well, I've got the Five of Wands here. There's a lot of cleanup, but this doesn't feel underhanded, but let's see what the other cards are saying. Ace of Wands, Star, Wheel of Fortune. Remember, I've been getting this card. Wheel of Fortune comes up, goes down. He's been up, he's going to go down. He thinks it's just going to be everyone taking action and voting for him because he's the star, but whoa, that's not going to end well. Then Two of Wands and Five of Cups. Well, what I'm getting, people voting. Each individual taking the power and voting. Trump being like, well, of course I'm the center, I'm the greatest, I'm the, blah, blah, blah. I don't even know if he's going to be still in office then, but he thinks he's the star, he thinks he's the greatest. But the center of this reading is the Wheel of Fortune, which is what goes up, comes down. I mean, you're not always on top. Nobody's always on top. It's just how it is. And I've been getting this card a lot it's about to tip over in a big way from really, really good fortune to really, really bad. And what I'm getting here, normally the Two of Wands is kind of a communications card, but in this deck it's more like there's certainly a potential mess. But this Four of Cups, in this deck, this is very much the card of enough, like a really angry enough. Voters have had it, absolutely had it. I also get Cups for Democrats, where they come out in droves, and that is what I have been getting all along, which is there are so many people who are going to come out and vote. So many. I know, Jules, Trump isn't the greatest thing in the entire universe. It's shocking, I know. There's so many people who are going to come out to vote who, Seven of Pentacles, there are ruby red areas of the country that are going to, they're going to vote Republican no matter what. But there's almost a nostalgia for the kind of there was in my personal Twitter, I the other day, I think I retweeted something about somebody had tweeted, man, I miss precedented times. It's like, yes. Temperance, Nine of Cups, Hermit. Yep. This feels like a new person moving into the residential area of the White House. Temper, this whole, just sick of all the drama and the childishness and the stupidity and the putting people at risk and, and then the Nine of Cups. I mean, that's a card I get Cups for Democrats, and you can see it's just Christmas. and then somebody new moving into the White House. That's what I'm getting. They are going to mess with it. They're going to try. They're going to put out stories. They're going to bad actors are going to try to hack things. The thing is that they're not going to be able to make enough of a difference, and I've gotten that all along. The energy on this has been clear for a really long time. People are going to go out and vote in such huge numbers that it just dwarfs whatever garbage they can come up with. Now, there was also a question about Ivanka. Ivanka has patents on voting machines? Really? Nobody sees any kind of conflict there. Really? Really? Thank you, Deborah. Thank you. She's gonna have some problems. She's about to have some problems. 7 of Swords, 4 of Wands, 8 of Swords. She's about to have problems. She's not gonna be. If this is even on her radar, it's just going to disappear. It just feels like everything coming at her from every direction all at once. Personal, political, professional, everything, absolutely everything. Her marriage, her family, her money, her everything. Ivanka has some. Well, I guess that's worth looking at. Let's just have a quick look at where am I? 27. Let's just have a proper look at Ivanka here for just a second. Let me throw this in here, because that can often tell us. Reading on the kids can sometimes tell us what's happened. Tell us about the energy that's what Trump might go through. All right. And back timestamp that. Okay, let's look at Ivanka for just a second here. All right, gonna close my eyes for a second. Ivanka. I'm feeling fear. She is really worried for her father. Not so much for her husband. She thinks he's going to be fine, but she's worried for her father. And she's kind of telling herself, just wait until after the Supreme Court rules. That's what it feels like. Just wait. It'll be okay, He always gets away. He always does what he wants. He always finds a way. He's always lucky. He's always. She loves him. He's her father. And there are times she doesn't like him, but she absolutely, unquestionably loves him. Ivanka. What's going to happen to you? What's your 2020 going to look like for the rest of the year? Are you believe we're closing in on the end of May? January, February, lockdown, December. It's crazy. Okay, Ivanka. Ivanka. A lot. I've got 3 cards. It's like came from the side to fall out. 3 things coming out. What do I do with this? Look at them. Okay. sometimes that's a symbol in it of itself. So it's like, well, okay. Queen of Swords, Five of Cups, Ace of Cups. Party's over. Party is over. Oh yeah, very clearly. What have I got? Is that supposed to be in the middle? Am I missing what? It's chaotic. Page of Swords. Well, that's her kids. At the center of her world is her kids. Fair enough. Eight of Wands, the world, her kids. King of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. It's just all the way along. It's like everyone hates her father, and everybody. She got a trademark, not a patent. Yeah, same thing. She's going to be busy. Everything's come at her father, and they tried to impeach him, and they tried to, they've thrown the whole world at him. And she's used to that. Her father's been through so many big, massive bankruptcies, and somehow he just seems to recover. She's focused on her kids. But so in the near future, this actually feels like Kushner, strangely enough. Kushner's in his feelings more than normal. It might be something going on that he's done or he's doing that she doesn't necessarily know that much about. But she's missing her brand, her, choosing the pretty things. Nepotism Barbie. Yes, exactly. Lourdes. But this is kind of a dilettante energy. So that's going to be your year, really. It's just going to be you spending time with your kids and pretending everything's fine at home and missing your foreign-made, expensive, stolen designs. Yeah, steal the designs from actual Italian designers, which she did. She did. And then have them manufactured cheaply over in China, and then sell that under your name and pretend that you're the great influencer. Please. It's kind of like her book. The last book she came out with, supposed to be about being a working mom and all of this, and it was just fluff. The whole thing was just fluff and inspirational quotes, and I mean, it was just, it had as much substance as she does. So your 2020 is really just going to be, trying to make your voice even more fake and breathy. Can you tell I don't like this woman? Queen of Pentacles. Yes, she misses having her own business. She is trying to help her father, but she misses having her own business, and she feels like her husband respected her more when she had her own business. Oh. I'm getting some nasty energy around Kushner that's it's not related to his business. It's not related to his friends. Well, sort of his friends. Close friends. Let's just... Yeah, I'm just going to leave that alone. Okay, Nine of Swords, Four of Cups. Oh, yeah. Hierophant. This is... The news is going to be epic. The news this summer and into fall is going to be epic about Trump. I'm having to leave office. Republican leaving. News. The very scared people across the country who can't pay their bills and are getting evicted, and the economy, even though things are opening up, businesses can't stay. They're not viable without and more people being able to come in, but people aren't going out because we don't have the stuff we need. And of course, McConnell's not doing anything except staring at himself in a mirror and congratulating himself on his judges. And they're fed up. American people are fed up. And then all of this hits, which I've been reading on, and it just it's cropped up in these readings for days. So, yeah, Republican leaving on the news, yeah. And what happens to the nepotism Barbie? She thinks she's going to go back to just hawking her, overpriced knockoffs. Seven of Swords. Oh, she's going to be persona non grata. She's going to be shunned. Seven of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. It's, and then she's just going to be in court. There are going to be court cases and hearings, and she's trying to, it's just the whole debacle of what happens to her father. Trying to keep things as organized as possible, but she has to keep leaving the house to go to the courts and hearings and what have you. Trying to make life as good as possible for her kids, but she's just a social pariah. Yeah, it's not going to be very pleasant. And I would, I've always been reticent to say that bad things are going to happen to any bad things are going to happen to Trump's, because it's just seems too good to be true. But I'm getting very, very consistent readings on this. So, all right, we are at 38. All right, let me zip through some of these questions. 38. U.S. government involved in potential coup, or basically trying to mess up Venezuela. Is the U.S. government. What are you doing, sweetie? You okay? I'm reading on Venezuela. Yes, I am. I'm reading on Venezuela. Oh, Picon, I'm sorry. Disturbing the kitty. Oh, you are just a sweetheart. Yes, you are. Just touch this wonderful energy here. It's so good. All right, close my eyes here. Venezuela. Oh, gosh. Whoa, that is ugly energy. Man, man. Everything to do with Venezuela, that whole, And is the U.S. down there stirring the pot? Isn't Citco Venezuelan? And isn't their symbol a star? Eight of Cups, Five of Cups, Two of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Cups. No, I'm not getting. I'm not getting mercenaries or Star Sunco. I had to. Yeah. Thank you for that. I'm getting this is all very human level, people just being rotten to each other. I'm not getting mercenaries or, I would expect something, or at least the energy of like, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles is the classic mercenary card. Yeah, I'm not getting that we're bullying Latin American countries in the past. Absolutely, Holly. Yep. Yeah. Are there operatives down there? Guaranteed. Guaranteed. But, yeah, I'm not getting mercenaries and that sort of thing. Okay, I'm at 41 and a half. All right, 41 and a half. Well, it's actually closer to 42. Sorry, I've got to do this while I'm doing the recording, because otherwise it just takes forever. It seriously, to try to do it from scratch. Okay. Will we finally discover that the trumpet, Drumpf, Dumpy, the orange Fuhrer, the orange clown, the embarrassment in chief, Mr. Lifts and Girdles, the dead ferret wearer, that he's an illegitimate president, not just in spirit, not just in morals, but actually illegitimate. Mango Mussolini, President Harkonnen. Oh, Kat, you just made a Dune reference. We just instantly became friends. Send in the flying fat man. Harkonnen. Emperor with no clothes, yes. I want you to squeeze them. Give me spice. The Kyle MacLachlan version of Dune, yes. Squeeze them. I remember that movie. I knew I read the books, I don't know how many times when I was growing up. Emperor with no brains, yeah, that's Lady Farley. There's something to be said about that. Are we going to find out he's an illegitimate president? I named my second son Kyle after watching him. Oh, excellent. You are brave to face this energy every day. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, because it's icky, but worthwhile. Okay. All right, Trumpster fire. They gonna find out you're an illegitimate president? Or is your TikTok impending demise as president, which feels like it's coming before the election at some point? It feels like it, at least to me. Is that going to be the problem, or are they going to, in future, even like later on, years later, voting totals messed with, or who knows what else? Are they going to discover you were an illegitimate president? Oh, he's just yapping. It's just anger, just whining. What was it on that? You've got to read that. You've got to go to the Atlantic and look for the article on why Trump's base supports him, even though he's not quote unquote manly, or what they consider manly. There's something like he's a siren of complaints, and it's just all the whining, and it's like, yep. Ace of Cups. Well, that's very powerful democratic power. The aces, I find, can be either like a beginning, or it can be like a whole lot of something. Like a giant, like if it's a pentacle, it can be, starting a new business, or it can be like lottery win, wham, kind of. Usually it would be like ace of, well, that would be, it's just a huge amount of money. Or in this case, a huge amount of democratic power, huge amount of emotion. Ten of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Two of Wands again, Six of Swords. I'm not getting that they're going to find him, that he was an illegitimate. They're not going to do that. They're going to, he's going to be hated. He will go down in history as the monster that he is. It's all a party now. Do you guys ever watch Jeremy Jahns, the movie review guy? Now it's a party. Right now it's a party, but say goodbye. And his reputation in future is just going to be cut down. And notice, I know it's a Housewives deck, but notice all these women. I know there are a lot of women in this deck, but it just feels particularly strong. A whole bunch of women. And isn't that one of his greatest fears? Strong women. Women criticizing him, women laughing at him. He's going to be reviled. No, I don't think I think they're gonna roll back a bunch of his stuff in very short order, and other stuff it'll take longer to roll back. Is his portrait, where am I? 40. Was that question today, yesterday? Sorry, there are about 5 or 6 squirrels that just ran through the backyard, and somebody just noticed. I thought there was a question about Trump's picture hanging in the White House. I guess there isn't. Okay, anyway. Where are we? 49. Has Trump given up? Does he know he won't win the election? Mim's saying yes, please. His boo-boos and kitty for us, Autumn. I don't understand. I'm sorry. Evil squirrels teasing Boo-Boo Zen Kitty, who is no longer Zen. Exactly, Jules Deramore. Aw. Are those squirrels being mean to you, sweetheart? Does Trump know he's, is he giving up? Does he know he's lost? Let me see. He does feel he can't win. He can't get the adulation. He is a black hole of need for adulation. And he just can't get those, especially the women at those press conferences, the pressers. He can't get them to be respectful. Kiss the kitty for us, Autumn. Bailey, boy, we love you. Aw, poo-poo. You are loved. You and Pumpkin, you are loved. Page of Wands. Well, he's definitely retreating into this kind of nostalgia, 1950s. Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. He still sees himself as the kind of hot bully of the Republican Party. Three of Wands, and other people are constantly cleaning up after him. Seven of Cups, he lies. Ace of Swords, but the truth is coming. He's able to just continue spouting nonsense and doing stupid things, and people are constantly cleaning up after him, right in the center. But has he given up? No, he's still caught in his own there's a very crude expression that came to mind, and I'm trying to think of a clean version, and I can't think of the clean version. Self-congratulatory. Constantly self-congratulatory. He is in that loop, and it needs just a little push like a kid on one of those the round things with the handlebar or different bars on it, and you stand there and the whole thing spins. And it's like he's just on this self-congratulatory circles constantly, and he just needs other people. It's not quite a merry-go-round. It's the kind of the one you have got to push yourself, but it's sort of shaped like a merry-go-round. This carousel, yeah, something like that. The ones you get on small playgrounds. You know, your little kid sits there and you grab it and you pull. So he needs people around to, you know, you're doing a great job. Oh, you're so. Sorry, even my microphone is fed up with Trump. But it's just going around and around, and he needs that constant put. You're so great. You're so great. You're so wonderful. Thank you, Mr. President. Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, you're so attractive in your with your girdle and your lifts and your hugely hairsprayed hair and your plutonium radioactive glowing skin, and you're so wonderful and great and smarter than all of us. And he needs that constantly, and that's what and he goes to Fox News, and then when they dare criticize him, what do you mean they didn't push? I'm on this constant. Wait, you didn't. If you're not going to add to this, then you are awful. You go away. So as far as has he given up? No, this is all he sees. This is it. That's all he sees right now. And then the sword of truth comes up, and to mix metaphors, to seriously mix metaphors here, please forgive me. This is more like on a bicycle where someone comes along with something like a big sword or a big pike or something, and they just ram it straight through the spokes of the wheel. Mix that metaphor, girl. You mix it. Yes. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. Mix that metaphor, girl. You mix it. I love that. But it's like this comes along, and it's just that whole self-congratulatory, it just suddenly just goes, ugh. It comes to a sudden stop when the sword of truth comes out, and just everything comes to a shock. Hi. And then, of course, following the shock, what happens if you have a kid who's very, very happy on that carousel, right? They're happy, happy, happy. Everybody's pushing them. Everybody's praising them. It's so great and wonderful and fabulous and amazing. And then suddenly it's like, okay, we need to go home. Oh no, I'm just going to ignore you because I'm having too good of a time. Okay, stop the carousel. We're going home. What do those little kids, the little kids do? Screeching halt, yeah, but then the kids start screeching, don't they? They don't want to. He's just screaming and flailing, and that's what's going to happen. Temper tantrum. Yeah, presidential-sized temper tantrum. You think he's staying up all night tweeting now? Tweeting garbage now? Oh, just wait. It's going to be the summer of. I wanted to trying to think of some variation on summer of love. It's like, no, it's not that. I'll have to think about it. 73-year-old baby. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Okay. 50. I think that's 57. I'm going to move on to, will schools be forced to open? And then Michael Cohen, Revelations. Will schools be forced to open? Man. You know, if we had a government that actually cared about people, I would not be conflicted about that. I would just say, no, they shouldn't. But there are so many kids who are relying on these, who are relying on these school breakfasts, these school lunches. And they're going hungry. And they're at home, and some of them, you know, they're around parents who aren't used to them being around this much, and they can't handle, you know, kids. Kids are, yeah, there are not that many kids who are quiet and, you know, by nature. They get into stuff. They, you know, get upset about things. They, you know, don't handle frustrations and difficulties with, why, yes, Father, I understand the wisdom of what you are telling me about that I should not have ice cream before dinner. I agree, it will indeed spike my blood sugar, and then I would be even more than, and I would have meant, no, that's not a conversation you're going to have with a kid. So there are a lot of kids in just really not nice situations at all. But will the schools be forced to reopen? We already know a lot of the universities are doing a distance only as much as possible. Obviously, some colleges can't do that. It also depends on what you're studying. But with the broad strokes from kindergarten to, you know, elementary school, middle school, high school, will they be forced to reopen? They will if DeVos has her way. That woman. I thought I despised Ivanka. DeVos has just a special place in the astral muck. Jules Daremore, my kids are introverts, and there were a lot of times I came home and just sat in the car in the garage for a while. I understand. 10 of Wands. It's a Herculean effort to keep everything clean. Thank you, Susan. I really appreciate that. Oh, you're number 1. Thank you. Kids don't young kids, they don't social distance. You can't get there from here. Devos the Devoid. Oh, I like that. Hanged Man. Emperor. Oh, I don't like seeing him there. Tower, the center. Queen of Swords. 8 of Cups. They're going to try to put it off as long as they can. School, was suspended. And Trump is trying to gaslight the nation into saying everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine. Center of the readings at Tower. This could go really, really badly. Really badly. Especially if the illness starts spreading among children who start getting sick. But there's this feels like funding cuts, and this is just a whole lot of administrative fighting with the school administrators, local officials, state officials, national officials. That's a whole lot of there, and it's they're trying to get things worked out, but this is also a lot of parents homeschooling, and it's hard. It's very, very hard. My best friend has been homeschooling her kids for years, multiple. I think, how many does she have right now? I mean, she's helped her oldest is in college, but is home, and she helps out where she can with that a little bit, as far as studying and what have you. But 1, 2, 3, sometimes 4 other kids she's homeschooling. So it's hard. But this could end very, very badly if kids start getting sick. I need to read on that. I don't want to read. I don't want that to happen. Oh. I'm just a giant mass of water signs and emotions, and that's why I have to keep different limits and walls in place, because I'm just too emotional inside, and I can't stand people suffering. It just makes me crazy, and kids especially. And I'm not saying that I'm like super special, like I care more than other people. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm a wuss. That's all I'm saying. So our kid's gonna start getting sick more and more. I don't want to read on this. Just tell me no. Just tell me no. And I'm sorry, if the cards can even lie to me at this point, I'll be like, fine, I'll just be wrong. I don't care. I just don't want kids to be hurt. And if lying about it puts positive energy, it's fine. I don't care. I just don't want the kids to be hurt. 2 of Pentacles. They're home. This feels like a lot of kids staying home. A very happy little chaotic home. Good. Magician. Judgment. Queen of Cups. Oh, doctors are on this. Pediatricians on it. Good. King of Pentacles. There'd be more on it if McConnell and his cohorts would do something to help. Oh, but America will remember. America will remember. Oh, good. Okay, what I'm getting from this is medical personnel in the center, taking care of things. Distance. Notice the distance. She's using tongs to put the ice in the drink. Okay, good. Good. Individual judgment, but on a big scale. This is fine. This is fine. This is not the worst of the worst. If I'd gotten a 5 of Pentacles, I would have just sat here and cried for a while. Okay. Dave is asking, why is there so much Republican opposition to acting human? I don't know. It's their view. It's a viewpoint, a zero-sum viewpoint where there's only so much, and I have to get mine, and I don't see the world that way. You know, okay, granted, I'm never going to be a millionaire. I'm never going to be a billionaire. I'm never going to, you know, have the big whatever. But I'm good, you know, so, All right, so let's look at Cohen. Some of you guys are like thanking each other for really good tips and really good ideas, and I'm like, oh, what are you guys talking about? 60, I think it's 60. Yeah, getting up there, 67. '67, Michael Cohen. Nature of his revelations, and yeah, and will they come out? Greeters say, I'm a pet owner, love my 2 dogs, my family. Oh, sweet. Mim saying, Autumn, is Pumpkin around? Off topic, give him more love too, please. I will. He was so badly abused before he came into my world, and didn't want anyone near him, wasn't, you know. But this morning he actually let me kiss the top of his head. I might be for the first time. Well, it's not the first time I've tried, but it's the first time he seemed okay with it. And that makes me so happy. Makes me so happy. He was such a gruff old man when we got him. Not that he was old, but he was just hardened. But it's very sweet. All right, Cohen. Actually, I better change this. Otherwise I get complaints about timestamps. Okay, 60. The nature of Cohen's revelations. Closing my eyes, the nature of Cohen's revelations. Michael Cohen. He's mad. He is so mad. And he has every right to be. Yes, he got himself into a mess, but the way he's been treated and how compared to like Manafort and oh, Trumpy, you I'm gonna go all kind of Ren and Stimpy on you. You idiot. Yeah, Trump, you moron. You do not. Yes, Trump saw Cohen as being a servant, and not even an important servant, just a little nothing. But Cohen knows your secrets, and Trump's just like, you know, he served his usefulness, and he'll, you know, send him away now. It doesn't work that way. Cohen knows your secrets. Cohen knows a lot. I did Ren and Stimpy so well. Thank you. I got you cheese. Is it stinky the way I like it? Of all the, as I'm pulling cards for Cohen, of all of the voice acting I wish I could do, I wish I could do that Orson Welles impersonation that they used for Brain, Pinky and the Brain. That use of that Orson Welles impersonation, that was genius, and that's just fantastic. I wish I could do that voice, but I can't, alas. Michael Cohen. Oh. Okay, did you guys hear me? I lost some things. Frozen. Okay, but did you hear what I was saying? Or did it just cut out completely? Back now. I could hear you. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Michael Cohen is Revelation. Oh, yeah. This is the nostalgia card. This is the I have got the tea. I have got the tea. Ooh, it's pink lemonade today. It's pink lemonade and tea. It's a mixture. Whew, has he got the tea? Want some tea? It's beautiful. It's iced. There's lemon. It's garnished. 2 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. Oh, he's gonna. Oh. I don't know why that struck me. It's so funny, Hermit, Hanged Man. Yeah, this is not good for. This is not going to be good for Trump. I don't like the common use of the B word. I really don't like it. I think it's overused. I think it's demeaning to women. I just wish people would stop using it. Having said that, it occasionally has comedic value. And have you guys seen the meme of Marilyn Monroe in the window, like hanging out, like on the balcony, and she's waving, and someone put across the bottom, "By B word." That's exactly what came to mind. He's just gonna stick in all the social knives, and then be like, "Bye." And it's Trump is going to be revealed. It's I hate to say it. I'm so sorry. Trump, like this person exposed in their bathtub, which will make him look make Trump look really, really bad. They were partners. At least that's how Cohen saw it. And then Trump just turned on him, and even after Cohen, got a second mortgage on his house, or had to take out a mortgage on his house for Trump, even after all of that, Trump still turned on him. At the center of this reading, that's going to be glorious, and it's going to hurt Trump. He's going to be exposed, and these are major arcana, and this feels like a lot of his support going poof, even though it doesn't even seem possible that something could actually. Oh my gosh, did someone just say biscuits? Oh, I'm really craving biscuits. I do these readings and then I'm just craving carbs. So, I mean, I know we know that Trump, the Trump cult and the Trump org and whatever else. We know that they're going to try to block whatever Cohen's trying to publish. But is it going to come out anyway? Because that felt like it very much is going to come out. Is it going to come out before the election? Oh. It just popped into my head. I don't know if he's going to do this. But one of the things, because everybody knows what Trump does is he'll basically lawyer you into the ground and take you to court, and then everything's tied up in court until, he could tie Michael Cohen up in court until after the election. Unless, I don't know if the publisher would go for it, but Cohen, I think, knows that, and he'd be like, better to ask forgiveness than ask for better to beg for forgiveness than ask permission. He just brings it out. I wonder if is that gonna happen? Where it's like, fine, you want to take me to court? Fine, take me to court. But there are going to be copies out on the shelves. There are going to be ebooks out available. I'm going to go to the bank, and then you want to sue me? I don't. Is that what's going to happen? Is that why that popped into my head? Cohen. Hello, sweetheart. How are you doing, good boy? How are you, good boy? You are precious. Oh, Tale of Destruction. Oh, so many lies, so many nasty things to choose from. What shall I tell them? Which shall I tell them about first? Awful things, words he's used, things he's done. Oh, so many to choose from. Good kitty, good kitty. 5 of Cups. Oh, party's over. Cohen's mad. King of Cups. He's really mad. Party ended for him. Ace of Cups. But he's found redemption, and it's a new slate, and also getting support from Democrats and from his own conscience. Queen of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. They're going to try to cut him off. But, oh, that's money. I mentioned earlier, aces can be a huge amount. It can either be a beginning or a huge amount, or it can be both. Ace of Pentacles, baby. That is, get that money, Michael. You go get that money. He was really mistreated, but he's paying his debt to society. He's living by his conscience, and they'll try, but he's going to make money. So I'm going to guess this is going to happen before the election, because if you're going to make that much money, because it feels like a lot of money, if you're going to make that much money, I have trouble believing it would happen after an election where Trump lost. And I've never once gotten that Trump's going to have a second term. Not once ever. What do you think, sweetheart? What do you think, sweet pea? He's mad. Oh, he's mad. You're so good. Yes, you are. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Queen of Swords. There's information that's going to come out. It's going to be too late. One way or the other. I don't know if he just releases a couple of chapters out, like, here, have a taste, and it's enough. It's enough. And they try to cut him off, but it's too late. The bulk of the damage is done. What do you think, kitten? Well, we don't want to flash the people. No, we don't. You're very cute. You are very cute, and you have the highest pitch. Meow. You have the highest pitch, little squeak. Yes, if you could talk like a human, your voice would... It would be, funny. He would have a very funny voice. Bailey Boo. Boo Boo's on Kitty here, because his high pitched little squeak. All right, well, that's going to be something about soft noses and tongues. Okay, I'm just, okay. Thank you so much. They are very intelligent. They really are. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously, if you really make my day here, and I have a great time, and I hope you do too. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Troll Slayers. I mean, seriously, thank you. All right, so I hope your day goes well. I'll be back here tomorrow, and yeah, someone had said thank you for reading on a holiday. It's like, I'm here every day. I'm here every day, unless there's a massive emergency. So you guys just hang in there, all right? And I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Hang in there.